for cards. Thank you. Hello, TikTok. Welcome back to the Daily Bite podcast. Sorry I'm late, guys. I was on the phone with a client and definitely could not say need to run. So we are here. We are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let me see what's behind here really quickly. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Let me just do this and let's get our music started here. So there we go. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Go ahead, come on in. Good afternoon. We are living on a prayer today. Let me tell you what, it's been quite the day today. So if you've had quite the day, let me know in the comments. Just say yes. Yes, it's been quite the day so far. We're going to make it a better day, guys, because we're going to have a conversation today. You're going to love today's conversation. Go ahead, come on in. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Today's conversation. Today we're going to talk about the health prison that we are living in. That is today's topic. The health prison is a thought pattern, not a food problem. That's today's topic. Go ahead and come on in and join us. Good afternoon, Jack. Good afternoon, Angela. Good afternoon, Raquel B. Good afternoon. Come on in and join us today on our Daily Bite podcast. So, go ahead. Come on in to the Daily Bite. Be with us today. Be engaging. Make sure you're following your host today. Good afternoon, Ashley Ann. Happy Tuesday. Let's get that body moving. Let's go. Today's podcast topic is the health prison that is thought. It's a thought pattern, not a food problem. Today's health topic is health prison is a thought pattern, not a food problem. Go ahead and come on in. Good afternoon, Mary. Good afternoon, Ashley. Good afternoon, Husky. Good to see you. Yeah. Come on in. Let's have some fun today. We're going to have a great conversation. Be engaging. Make sure you're following your host. Because I love giving goodies away. So when you come and follow me, you get a little gift whenever you do so. I'll message you a little gift. Go ahead and come on in. Good afternoon, Kenneth. Good afternoon, Lolo. Welcome back, everyone. Happy afternoon, Bobby. How you doing today? Hello, Tom. All right, guys. Let's get this up and going today. Enjoy the music and let's have some fun in this conversation today. Go ahead, come on in. Good afternoon, David. How is everyone today? Say hi in the comments. Remember, follow your host. Go ahead and follow your host. Like I said, whenever you do, I'll send you a little note with a goodie. Go ahead, come on in, follow your host. Be engaging in the conversation today. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead, come on in and join us today. Let me get this up and going on this other side. Good afternoon, God's time. Good afternoon, Ronald. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Go ahead, come on in. Make sure you're following your host. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Bite podcast, where we live stream every single day, typically at 10 a.m. But we had a little snag in our morning, so that is why we are here this afternoon at 1 p.m. I will always let you know as a subscriber. I will always give you plenty of time of heads up if something changes. But typically, we're out here at 10 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. on the East Coast. So if you want to continue to be here at the Daily Bite, please make sure that you are following your host today and be engaging in on the conversation. Now, if you would like to tailor the topic for the Daily Bite podcast, you can do so by going to our website and choosing your question package. There's several different packages to choose from. Many of them are free, so don't be charged. But you can come in, you can tailor your question to a shout out to your page or your website, or however you would like to do that. You can tailor that question and be featured here on the Daily Bite. If you're a business, you can also choose to be sponsored here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get this party started this afternoon. The health prison. That's what we're talking about today. The health prison. How your thoughts are keeping you sick and how to break free. So again, I always give you the education, and then I'll give you a shift that you can make in your day to shift your health, do something better, take one step at a time, and do something better this year in 2026 than you did in 25 with your health. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me scroll back down through here because I want to give a shout out to everybody. Good afternoon, Vic. Good afternoon, Niquay. Good afternoon, Dorothy. Good afternoon, Carol, Tony. Good afternoon, Lisa. Good afternoon, Mary, Charles, Eunice, Mr. Moose. Okay, good afternoon to you. Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Bite. I'm very appreciative that you're here and taking time out of your day. Let's go ahead and have today's conversation. All right, so have you ever felt like no matter what you do, your health just doesn't change? If that's you, put me in the comments. Let me know. Is that you? You know, no matter what you try, no matter what you do, or have you tried it all and nothing works? Put me in the comments. I want to hear from you. Give me a me. Give me a me. I want to hear a me today. Give me a me in those comments. All right. Show some love out here today, guys. You're trying. You're really trying this year. You're going to do something different. You think you're stuck? You're not stuck. You are not stuck, okay? You eat pretty good, right? If that's you, say yes. You tried all the diets, right? Say yes if that's you. You followed all the advice. Say yes if that's you. You've taken all the medications that they've tossed your way. If that's you, say yes in these comments to any one of these. You've done what you were told to do, and you still are not the healthy person that you want to be. If that's you, put a yes in those comments and let's have this conversation today. Welcome, JMB. Welcome, TJ. Welcome, Al. Welcome, Kim. We're so grateful you're here today and taking the time out of your day to be here, okay? Right? You're still tired. You're still inflamed. You're still frustrated. You're still feeling like your body is working against you. I understand. I was there. All right, everyone. So welcome, Michael. Welcome, Jessa. My name is Michelle Rawls. I'm a licensed nutritionist and a nurse, and I'm a certified diabetic education specialist, and I'm also a certified menopause coach. At the end of this month, I'll have my plant-based coaching as well. So I am here every single day, typically at 10 a.m. We had a little shift today. Where we come to you on the Daily Bite. We give you a little bit of education to help you shift one thing in your day here that can lead you to a healthier way of living. So today we are talking about the health prison. We get in our minds, guys. We get in our minds. We're talking about the health prison, how your thoughts are keeping you sick, how to break free. How do we break free, right? So, again, if you're still feeling tired, inflamed, frustrated, you're feeling like your body just is working against you, let me know in the comments. Good afternoon, Darla and Lisa and Bill and Tibitha. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, everyone. Happy afternoon. Today, I want to talk to you about something most people never hear explained in great length and detail, right? Or very clearly. We're going to talk about it today. Most people are, you're not trapped in your body, but you feel trapped, right? Sometimes you just feel like you cannot get out of this little funk that you're in, and you really are trying to break free. You're trying to do all the little changes, you're trying to make it happen, and you just feel like it's never going to happen. All right. So again, my name is Michelle Rawls. I'm a licensed nutritionist, and my story is I was suffering from cancer, chronic lymphocytic leukemia, for 14 years. Okay. and doctors had me on my deathbed. This was 11 years ago. Tomorrow is our party right here at the Daily Bite. We are having a party tomorrow, so hopefully you'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Come and join us. We're having a party here because I am 11 years cancer free. Okay, 11 years cancer free, and I did it all through food. The day they told me on January 14th, 2014, they told me to make funeral arrangements. Told me there was nothing more they could do for me. They were putting me on hospice care. It was the end. It was the end. I ripped out my IV, threw my bag of medications at him, and I said, I'm out of here. I'm signing out AMA. God will save me, or he'll take me. 11 years today, or tomorrow. I walked out of that hospital. That's the day I celebrate, is the day I walked out of that hospital and made a decision that I would no longer be a part of Western medicine. I would dive into God's real food, and I would speak upon it every single day. And I've done so for the past 11 years. And now TikTok's here. It's made it even more accessible to speak upon it. So go ahead, come on in. Welcome, Melissa. Happy afternoon. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, Ree. Welcome, Danny. Thank you for being here and taking time out of your day. Today's topic, we are talking about how you tried all the things, right? How do we get out of this place that we feel that we're stuck in? All right, so let's talk about this really clearly today. A prison isn't always walls and bars, all right? It's not. Promise you, it's not always walls and bars. We get in our head. This is where our walls and bars are. We get in our head. It's a story that you repeat to yourself. That's a wall. That's a bar. You constantly tell yourself this story and you live in that story. That's a problem. Let me just check something here really quickly because TikTok's asking me to, so I'm doing that. I am doing as TikTok has asked me to. All right, guys, give me just a minute here. I'm only doing what TikTok's asking me to do. So there we go. I did that part. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, so the health prison actually sounds like this. This is what a health prison sounds like. This is just my body now. This is just the way it is. That's a health prison that you put yourself in. That's a story that you tell yourself. It's genetic. What I have is genetic. There's nothing that we can do for it. Do you know that's a story I told myself for 14 years? For 14 years, I told myself, oh, my leukemia, it's genetic because my grandma had it. So they had me convinced as a nurse that this shit was genetic. Not genetic. Not genetic at all. My body, my design. All right, here's another health prison that you put yourself in. I can't afford to eat healthy. Is that you? I want to know. Is that anybody here? Am I speaking to anybody today? Am I resonating with anybody today? If so, give me some kind of confirmation that you're here, you're listening, and this is resonating. Put something, tap into my daily go today. Give me some roses out here. If this is you and I'm speaking to you, toss out these roses today. I want to see you today. Be engaging, be here, have these conversations. Give me your hearts, give me your love. I want to know that I'm speaking to somebody today. So, another health prison we live in. I have too many health problems. I can't get healthy. I've got too many health problems. Lie that we tell ourselves. A lie we tell ourselves. Good afternoon, Clint. Good afternoon, Peace. Hello, More. Hello, Snow. Hello, Arto Live. Hello, James. Hello, Lonnie. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. The lies that we tell ourselves with our health. I'll start when things calm down. When things calm down, my life gets a little easier. I'll start on this healthy process. Is that you? Am I resonating with anyone today? Show some love. Follow your host today. It's too late for me. Another health prison that we live in, right? It's too late for me. I'm too old to work on this healthy body syndrome that we've got going around, this conversation we've got going around here. Hello, everyone. Happy afternoon. Please be engaging with your host today. And make sure that if you want to be here, get in this conversation, throw out those roses, show me some love so that we can continue to move forward in this conversation. We're talking about the health prison that you keep yourself in. These are the real bars. These are the real prisons we're living in. All right. So let's continue with this conversation today. All right. So again, I went over some key factors. This is how my body is, and I'm just going to accept it. I can't get healthy. I can't do anything to change things. It's genetic. It's genetic. The doctors say it's genetic. I just have to live with it. Right? You're living in your head. You're living in your head. You're telling yourself a story and you're believing that story. That's your story. You're going to stay there, right? That's not the truth. It's not your story. You're keeping it as your story. That's called conditioning. That's what that is. You are telling your own story and you're living in your own story. All right, guys, go make that flash goal happen. Go make that happen. Be engaging here today. Make sure you're following your host today. Be engaging here if you're going to be here. Have these conversations. Believe me, this is the best free advice you'll ever have. My coaching services are much more. So take the free coaching while you have it here. Okay, so you weren't born believing that this is genetic. This is genetic. Hello, Miss Anna. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Welcome, Jonas. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Oh, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Be engaging, follow your host today, and be in here and have this conversation because we're talking about the prison that you're living in with your health today. And that prison is your mind. It's what you're telling yourself. That story you keep telling yourself. You keep telling yourself, oh, I'll start later. I'll do it down the road whenever things calm down. My most famous one I hear is, oh, they told me it'll be this way forever. This is just the way it is. Do you believe that? Are you really stuck in that story? Are you staying in that story? I mean, let me know here. Come on, guys. Throw it out here. Are you staying in that story? Are you continuing to tell yourself that story? How's it working for you? Get up there and make that flash go happen for me, guys. Go ahead and make that happen today. Are you staying in that story that you're telling yourself that you just can't? Oh, thank you for the follow, Bonnie. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome to Show Me Nourish. I appreciate you. Good afternoon, Mama Rana. Good afternoon, Fox MJ. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're following your host and engaging. All right, again, you weren't born believing all these things that you're telling yourself about your health. You were not. Oh, welcome, welcome, Mickey. Thank you for following. I appreciate you. All right, here's the thing. You've got social media out here telling you all these things. You got commercials. You've got your rush doctor's visits. You got your family habits. You've got your convenience culture. I mean, come on, we've been talking about the convenience culture for the past week or so, right? You've got your system that profits from you staying dependent upon what they are putting out here, right? It's a business. A doctor is a business. A doctor did not become a doctor so that he could just take care of people. That is not why he's here. He's here to make money. He is here, she is here to have their cars, have their homes, have those items by pulling you in, pulling you in. Thank you, Foxy Roxy. Thank you for joining us today. They're pulling you in, keeping you dependent, keeping you constantly coming back once a month, every other week, every week. It's a business, guys. It's a business. And you're subject to that industry. All right, so we need to change the belief process, right? We need to flip that belief process. Michelle, how do we do that? I'm tired of living in this prison of what the story is I'm telling myself. Good afternoon, Emma. Good afternoon, Stephanie. Please make sure you're following your host. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome, Lacey. Welcome, Jade. Make sure you're following your host and connecting. We're here at the Daily Bite every day at 10 a.m., sometimes 1 p.m., but you must be following in order to know when that's going to be. All right, guys, the prison that we're living in. Things we're telling ourselves, the stories that we are telling ourselves, right? What's one of the most damaging phrases that I hear on a regular basis? I can't. I can't. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome, Shanta. Welcome, Bob. Welcome, Amy. I can't. And here's what I tell everybody. If you say I can't, you are right. You are absolutely correct. If you say you can't, you are absolutely right. And if you say I can, you are absolutely right about that as well. And that's what I explain to everyone. Now, that can be a whole conversation within itself. But the bottom line is if you say you can't, I can't because of my diagnosis. I can't get healthy. My diagnosis doesn't allow me to do that. It doesn't give me that opportunity. I'm stuck with this diagnosis forever. Guys, if I said and continued to tell myself that I was stuck with chronic lymphocytic leukemia for the rest of my life until it took me over, I would have been dead 11 years ago because that's where the doctors were taking me. That is what they said on January 14th, 2014. Michelle, nothing more we can do for you. There's nothing more we can do for you, Michelle. You just need to make funeral arrangements. We're going to put you on hospice care. That's what they told me and my husband. Yeah. So if you, thank you, Christina. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Make sure you're engaging, guys, with your host, and I will be happy to shout you out. All right, guys. So with that being said, I can't because of my diagnosis. I can't because of my age. Oh, thank you so much, Christina. It's so good to have you here. Welcome, 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 welcome. I can't because of my schedule. I can't be healthy. I can't afford the food. It's too expensive. I can't. I can't. I can't. I've already tried. I've tried all the things. Let me be very clear here, guys. Let me be very, very clear. Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I can't is rarely about the ability, okay? It's about the permission that you're giving yourself. What permission will you give yourself today to try one thing to change your health? What permission will you give yourself today? Most people haven't been taught that the body can adapt, that the body can heal itself, especially when it's given the right foods for the right body type. Okay. I had somebody yesterday reach out to me and said, I am so, ready to do this vegan. I'm ready to go vegan. I know you're vegan. Can you help me? By the way, guys, I help everybody. Just because I'm a vegan doesn't mean that, if you are or are not, that this is the way this, flows for how I help people. That is absolutely not the case. Okay. I help anyone and everyone who's ready to make a change. If you're ready to make a change, I'm ready to be here for you. I will commit myself to you. All right. All right, so guys, make sure you're engaging with your host today. Please follow. All right, welcome, 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 Melissa. Welcome, Susie. Welcome, Chocolate Kisses. Okay, I like it. I like that. Yeah, welcome, 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 Ashmad. Welcome, 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 Amy. All right, so again, it's what we've been taught, right? So the body can adapt. Inflammation can calm. Believe me, guys, I was loaded with inflammation. They had me on so many medications. I was on fentanyl, 75 micrograms. I was on oxycodone, 15 milligram IR instant releases. For those of you who don't know what that is, they had me loaded, loaded. Okay. And I believed that that pain was real. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that in their concept of how they doctor, how they do things, the constant chronic illness was there by the constant medication they kept tossing my way. All right. So we tell ourselves a lot. We tell a story and we believe the story. But when we level up in vibration, when we level up in our thoughts, it's amazing how that's not our story. It's really interesting. Good afternoon, Jack. Good afternoon, Shell. Good afternoon, Earth. Good afternoon, Kyan. Thank you so much for being here. And if I say your names wrong, I completely apologize. I totally apologize. All right. Get in here and engage with your host today. Let's have this conversation. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and taking the time out of your day. So, again, what we are taught, okay? Here's the thing, energy can return. You can have energy back. You can get rid of the brain fog. You can get your taste buds to be where you want them to be, believe it or not. This is what I teach. I teach you how to understand your body from the moment food touches your lips to the moment it leaves your body. I get you to understand how that filters out into your body and nourishes your body, gives you your health back, gives you your strength back, gives you your energy back. Good afternoon, Teresa and Brendan and Jack. Thank you so much for being here, Helen, Rebecca, Charlene, welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody back here today. Oh, it's so nice to see everyone. All right. Again, healing can happen. You just got to give yourself the patience and the grace and the time to do it. And that's what I'm here to teach you. Good afternoon, is it? I'm not going to say it correctly. So, Armlogy, is that right? Okay. Good afternoon, Roxy. Good afternoon, Shane. Good afternoon, Marianne. Good afternoon, baby girl. Welcome back. Good afternoon. Is it Stephen? Stephen, welcome, welcome. All right. So again, we're continuing to talk here at the Daily Bite about the prison that we live in. All right. Our minds, the story that we are telling ourselves, the story that we're telling ourselves. Let's talk about one of the biggest lies that's keeping us stuck today. Healthy eating is too expensive. Has anyone said that lately? Have you said that? Eating healthy is too expensive. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this over here because that over there, while it may be healthier, this is cheaper. Can't do that much damage to my body, right? Totally. Totally. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining, Trini. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Again, guys, make sure you're engaging and following your host. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, there's little treats that I send whenever you guys are joining me. All right. So again, healthy eating is too expensive. I want to slow this down a little bit. All right. And I want to talk about what's expensive. Let's talk about what's expensive. Okay. Fast food. That's expensive. Convenience snacks. How many of you run to the gas station? Oh, I'll just run down to the gas station, grab me a quick snack, and I'll be good to go. Ultra processed meals. Yesterday, we talked about deli meats and how the latest study came out that deli meats are number one in the group 1 carcinogen category. Not familiar? Go check out yesterday's podcast. All right. Long medication list. Yeah. Long medication list. That's expensive, right? Guys, my medications were up over $200 a month with insurance. With insurance. And there were so many times that my fentanyl would need to have a prior authorization, and my doctor would have to explain, well, she's got cancer, so she needs this, and she needs this for her pain control. All these conversations before I could even have my medication. So many times I had to shell out $500 for 5 patches. Or at one point, it was $1,000 for 5 patches, just so I could supposedly be pain free. And I say this because this is the prison of the mind that we live in when we start getting into these doctors, and these doctors start saying, yeah, you need this, you need this, you need this. No, you need real food. You need to know what real food is. You need to be nourishing your body in the right way. That's what we do here. That's what I teach you. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Victoria. Good afternoon, Grandma Becky. I'm a grandma as well of 2 little boys. Good afternoon, Linda. Oh, I like this. Good afternoon, fake account. That's awesome. All right, great job, everyone. So let me tell you what else is expensive, okay? Not just your long medication list, but your ER visits. Those are expensive. Believe it or not, insurance doesn't cover ER visits 100% unless you're admitted out of the ER to the hospital, and then you don't have to pay that copay. but you still got your co-insurance that you'll still pay when you're done. That's expensive. That racks up. Let's talk about what else is expensive. Missing work. If you don't have your health, then you don't have wealth. And many people will come back and say, well, I can't have my wealth if I don't have my health, right? Exactly. You can't have either or, but you need to take care of your health first. Health always comes first. Your health matters. Your health comes first. Everybody else takes a second seat. Your health matters. Everybody's does. Make it a collective effort. That's what I like to say. All right, what else is expensive? Chronic fatigue. Constantly being unwell. Thank you, Nate Daly, for joining. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you so much. Your health and the chronic fatigue, being constantly in pain, that is expensive, right? Constantly complaining about how you don't feel well, that's expensive. Cost us friends, cost us relationships, cost us a support because we're not willing to do anything about it. We just want to complain. It happens. It happens. Welcome. Hello, Miss Sherry. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, Louie Baby. Or Louie Baby. Welcome, Daz. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, Alan. Thank you so much for being here, guys. All right, we're talking about your mind and the prison that you're living in within your mind as to what you're telling yourself, the story that you're living in today, what you're telling yourself about your health, okay? You know what also is very expensive? Is the pain that you normalize. That's very expensive. Very much so. All right, let's talk about what's unfamiliar gets labeled as expensive. Okay, so if it's unfamiliar to you, you're labeling it as expensive, okay? Or you've got a story behind it. You have a story behind it. So, what's unfamiliar gets labeled as expensive, and that's our healthy foods, right? Our beans, our rice, our potatoes, our greens, our seasonal produce, our frozen vegetables, our simple meals. We label that as expensive because we're unfamiliar with that topic. We're unfamiliar with that conversation. And again, I'm going to go back to a conversation that my mother and I had. I was born and raised on a farm, guys, by the way. I know I live in the city now, but just so you know, I have food growing all over my house, inside my house, and then I take it outside in the winter time or in the springtime, I mean, and I plant it. I also have stuff in the ground for winter that's sitting there, and it will blossom out in the spring, and I grow all my food. Every bit of my food that I eat, I grow inside my house, outside my house, and I also pull from all my local farmers. I have farmers across 50 states that I can connect anyone with to get food. I also have my local farmers markets and I load up on their food every single weekend. This is how you get healthy. This is how you are able to get yourself back to a no longer in pain, no longer in the doctor's office, no longer with those long lists of medications, right? And we get out of this prison mindset that we put ourselves in, the bars that we have put ourselves in from the conversations that we keep having with ourselves as to why we cannot get healthy. Okay. You can spend all day in this conversation with yourself. What is it though that you're ready and willing to change today? That's the question. Good afternoon, Darlene. Good afternoon, Lainey. Good afternoon, Margot. All right. Good afternoon, Connie. It's good to see everyone back here today. Yay! So excited to have you guys here. All right. So again, these types of foods, your beans, your greens, your potatoes, your frozen vegetables, your seasonal produce, your simple meals, these aren't luxury items. They're just not marketed. They're not marketed to the healthy side of things. They're not spoken upon. And then when something does get spoken upon, what do? They hike the price up on it as much as they possibly can, which is why I promote how to grow your own food inside your own home. I've done it for years. I lived 5 years ago, prior to 5 years, I lived in an apartment. And when I was fighting my cancer battle and getting myself back to a healthy state with food, not the doctors, but with food, I had my whole apartment just growing in food, growing in food. My husband thought he lived in a jungle. I didn't care. I was going to see to it that I live, and real food is what healed me from that C word. Okay, so I don't get streamed here. From that C word. I know I've said it a couple of times, but I also know that they're streaming me down when I do. All right, guys, the system doesn't profit from simple food. Just saying. Let's get our thinking caps on today. Does the system profit when you are going to a local farmer and saying, "Hey, what kind of produce do you have, or what are you growing, or what kind of beef or chicken can I get from you?" Does the system profit? No, that farmer profits, and we need those farmers back to this conversation. That is what we need. Good afternoon, Dee. Good afternoon, Leona. Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, everyone. Make sure you're connecting with your host here. Good afternoon, everyone. So again, the conversation, the prison of the mind, what you are telling yourself. Are you continuing to live in the story that you're telling yourself about your health? I can't. It's the most famous thing I hear every time, every day. Every client that is booked with me has said, I can't. And believe me, if you say I can't, guess what? You can't, because that's exactly what you tell yourself. What we tell ourselves is what we believe. So, what story are you living in today with your health? All right, guys, go ahead and connect with your host today and go ahead and make those goals happen for me today. I appreciate it so much. So many of you are so beautiful out here. I appreciate it. All right, so again, the system doesn't profit from simple foods. It profits from your dependency to need that grocery store, your dependency on those sugars, your dependency on that caffeine. That's what the system profits off of. And when we bring out that and we stop that from happening, guess what? We make the industry change. We make them go a different route in how they're going to serve us in our food. That is the conversation that we need to be having even more so. And once people believe that health is out of reach financially, then mentally you shut down. And that is what has been caused here with this industry, with our system today. Good afternoon, Sandra. Good afternoon, Gary. Good afternoon, everyone. Please make sure you're connecting with your host while you're here. All right. So this isn't a money problem, right? This is a mindset trap. This is what we're telling ourselves. This is what we're saying to ourselves. I can't because it's genetic. My health is not going to change. It's a genetic thing. I just got to live with it. Yep, we've told ourselves so many times that. No, I've tried everything. I can't do it. No, I'm too old to be doing this anymore. You are never too old, by the way. I will be 54 in March. You are never too old. I am in my prime, let me tell you. I've never had this much energy. I have never felt this good. I have never been so vibrant as to when I stepped away from the doctors and said, I'm done with you. I'm going to go do real food. See you later. Here we are 11 years later. I am C word free. Yep, we're going to celebrate tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to celebrate right here, 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to celebrate my 11 years of being cancer free. I said it. All right, everyone. Good afternoon, John. Good afternoon, Donna. Good afternoon, Karen. Good afternoon, Kathy. Good afternoon, too old. You're right. Too old for this. You're right. I love it. I love it. I am too old for this, and so are you. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Let's make the changes today that we need to make in order to get our bodies where we want them to be. Whether that's just being able to live without being in pain, whether that's getting our minds free from all the S we keep, being told, or we continue to tell ourselves because that's what we heard and blah, 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 right? All right, so what's another part of this health prison that we live in? People stop seeing diagnosis as information and start seeing it as an identity. So now, oh, I'm lupus, oh, I'm cancer of leukemia, or I'm cancer of breast cancer, or I'm this, or I'm that. We live behind that identity. I'm a diabetic, I'm an autoimmune, I'm an inflamed, I'm broken. We get into that mindset and we stay there. We just sit there and we tell ourselves that story and we don't move past the story. Why? Why are we not breaking free from that story? Why? Because we're afraid. We're afraid to pull away from that story. That's our identity. It's what keeps us comfortable. And if we get outside that comfort, ooh, that's going in some territory I'm not sure about. We get queasy about it. We get headaches. We get diarrhea. We get bloating. We get all of it because we're scared. We're scared to get out of that mindset. We're scared that story might change. We're scared that story might have been, oh my gosh, how did I live with this so long? How did I do this for so long when I could have been doing this? I could have had this type of freedom and vibrancy in life about me for so long, and I've chosen to stay in my story. I've chosen to stay stuck. Yeah, we do. Our diagnosis becomes our identity. Again, I'm a diabetic. I'm an autoimmune. I'm a cancer patient. I'm inflamed. I'm broken. I've done this before. I've been there. But you haven't done that. You've stayed there. You stayed stuck. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Daily Bite. That was your Daily Bite for today. Healing one bite at a time. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. where we are going to celebrate my 11th year of the day they told me to make funeral arrangements. So be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you've got questions, I'll go ahead and take your questions. I'll stay on for a few minutes if you've got questions. But that was your Daily Bite for today. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming here to Show Me Nourish, for being a part of the community. We have a very good community here, and I look forward. I look forward to each and every one of you continuing to be here, continuing to ask yourself, "Is that me?" And be back here tomorrow. So we'll have even a bigger, deeper dive tomorrow. But we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate my 11th year of being told that there was nothing more they could do for me. And here I am, 11 years later, totally cancer free. I did it all through food, left the Western medicine world, and said, I'm going to do this my way. And you know what? It's amazing what God's healing food can do. All right, everyone. Again, that was your Daily Bite for today. Healing one bite at a time. Have a great day, everyone.